Hi, my name is Mike Shores and this is my Module 12 speech. This is my note card and this is my audience. Chase Bank has lasted 223 years, and in those 223 years, we have a lot of history. We also have 24 million customers and it is one of the most popular banks in America. Now, because of this, if a major information leak happened, it could be detrimental not only to us as a company, but also to our customers. Now, I have worked a lot of time at this bank and I know a lot about this bank and well as dealing with crises. So I know how to do these things. In order to stay organized and secure during a crisis, which is one of the most important parts of dealing with a crisis, we need to employ different types of organizational communication structures. These types of organizational structures that we need to employ is organizational communication, small group communication, and interpersonal communication. Now that we got that out of the way, let's go to our first type, organizational communication. Organizational communication is communication in a big organization, like our entire company, from California to New York. It's all of that. One of the most important parts of a crisis is that we don't lose cohesion and everyone knows what they're doing. If we just have one bank not in the know, it could cause a lot of problems for us. So we need to make sure that all the information that needs to get out, gets out. Also, this is very important. Luckily, with technology these days, it's very easy. Emails, group meetings on Zoom. Not even needs to be in the building to get the information out, which is really good. That also means training. We also need to do training in this time, especially because we don't want this to happen again. So we need to train our employees how to not have that happen again. And yeah. The next point we need to talk about is small group communication. This is communication this is sending and receiving messages in a small group. We have many different branches all over America and also many different small groups that help do all the daily tasks that need to be done. Now, these small groups are kind of like the backbone of our company. They do all the little things that need to get done. Now, we have to say that all these companies, especially during a crisis, need to work like a well-oiled machine. We can't have one small group not working well. They also need to be able to communicate with each other very easily. As I said before, communication is really important, but it's hard even with technology to make sure everyone gets it. But with small groups, just the boss of that group can spread all the information very easily to their small group of subordinates, which is really convenient. And again, as we said, we can't have any branches not working well. They need to communicate internally and externally with other groups of people. So yeah, small group communication is very important. The next type of communication we need to talk about is, and to me one of the most important ones, is interpersonal communication. This is talking one-on-one with someone. Now that might not seem important, but you have to remember that one-on-one communication is how we talk to most of our customers. We need to make sure that we talk to our customers in a way that is good. We need to explain everything thoroughly, but also simply. Our customers will be very scared and confused at this point if we're having an information leak. We need to make sure that they are assured that we are in control and that they know what they need to do. Not only that, but it's also co-workers talking to each other. During this time, it can be very stressful. We need to make sure our coworkers are talking in a way that doesn't cause more stress and more uncertainty. We need to make sure all our employees talk nicely, kindly, and with compassion so that everyone feels secure in those difficult times. Without our employees working well with each other, one-on-one, small group, or in the big scale, our company cannot function. So, yeah. Now that we've gotten all those things, let's get to our conclusion. As I've said before, during these types of crises, we need to make sure everyone's prepared. And the way to prepare is by training our employees in different types of communication. These types of communications is organizational communication, small group communication, and interpersonal communication. Now, it might be difficult to do these because it is hard to talk to other people in that way, but with enough training, we should be able to do this, and it will make sure that the next crisis we go through is easier and simpler to deal with. As I've said before, Chase Bank has lasted over 200 years. And if we employ these methods, we can make sure that Chase Bank lasts another 200 years. Thank you for listening.